All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host, Chuck Stevenson. Welcome to the WMMA, the Women's MMA preview for UFC 289 going on tonight in, Vancouver, Canada. 11 bouts total on the card. 3 of them are taken up by the ladies. Spread across 3 divisions. Each bout has something a little different to offer. I'm not going to go too in-depth of a technical breakdown on these, but let's go ahead and get into each bout. We're going to start with the opening bout in the strawweight division. Diana Belbita taking on Maria Oliveira. Should be a fun one. I don't expect this to be like a super technical fight or anything super pretty, but it should be a fun one. Looking at the stats here, Warrior Princess coming in at 14-7. Oliveira coming in at 13-6. Both ladies are coming in off of a loss, preceded by a win. Belbita last fought, dropped a decision to Gloria DePaula a little over a year ago. Before that, she had defeated Hannah Goldie. Let's see. Oliveira coming in off a decision loss to Vanessa Demopoulos 6 months ago. Before that, had defeated Gloria DePaula via split decision. They're the same age at 26. Looks like Belbita is slightly taller at 5'7", 170 centimeters to 5'6", 168 centimeters for Oliveira. Oliveira slight reach advantage at 69 inches, 175 centimeters to 68 inches, 173 centimeters for Belbita. It should be a fun one. I think Oliveira is the more energetic fighter. She's a fighter most likely to come out faster in this one and look to land a lot of strikes and some heavy hands. Belbita's kind of heavy-handed herself, but doesn't throw nearly as much volume, and I think she's slightly better on the ground. I don't know. This one, to me, could go either way. I think it's really a matter of who wants it more. From what I've read recently and seen some stuff online, Oliveira doesn't even want to fight MMA. She just wants to be some kind of online influencer or celebrity. I saw where she had crashed a party of some celebrity down in Brazil. Whereas Belbita, I think it seems like all she really does is train. She's way more focused on MMA. Whether or not that will transfer into the fight, I don't know. Like I said, this one could go either way, so I don't really have a pick here. Then we move on into the flyweight division. Miranda Maverick taking on Jasudavicius. This almost feels like a tune-up for Miranda Maverick, even though she's on a 2-fight run right now. Whereas for Jasudavicius, this does seem like a big step up for her, in my estimation. I just haven't seen much out of Jasudavicius to think, that this is going to be a big challenge. Anyway, let's looking at the stats here. Maverick coming in at 11-4, Jasudavicius coming in at 8-2. Both ladies coming in off of recent wins. Jasudavicius last fought 3 months ago, beating Gabriela Fernandez via decision. Maverick last fought 7 months ago, defeating Shanna Young via decision. Big age difference here. 34 years for Jasudavicius to 25 for Maverick. Big height difference in favor of Jasudavicius, 5'7", 170 centimeters to 5'3", 161 centimeters for Maverick, and the height or the reach as well to Jazz at 68 inches, 173 centimeters, 65.5 inch, 166 centimeters for Maverick. I'm going with Miranda Maverick to take this one. Like I said, I like Jasmine, but I just haven't seen a whole lot out of her to make me think that, she's a real threat to Miranda Maverick. I think, outside of a couple of small, spaces where she faltered, she got absolutely handled by Blanchfield. Probably should have gotten that split decision against Barber. Yeah, I got to go with Barber or Maverick to win this one. I think her ground game is going to make a big difference. The height of Jasudavicius could trouble her. Could play a factor if Jazz decides to play the long game or the range game. She could give Maverick troubles. But I think once you get into the clinch and it goes to the ground, it should be Maverick's fight to win here. So I'm going to go with Miranda Maverick. So that takes us to the main card, and that takes us to the main event for the Bantamweight Championship. Amanda Nunes taking on Irene Aldana. I was really excited when this fight got announced. It was originally supposed to be Nunes versus Pena 3. I didn't care to see that one. I thought that got settled after the second fight. But then Pena got injured, and this fight got made, and I was pretty stoked about this one. I think Nunes is the favorite, and rightfully so. But the odds aren't like super spread wide, which I like because I think, Aldana poses some serious threats to Nunes, particularly on the feet. I think they both pose a threat to each other on the feet. I would give the edge on the ground to Nunes. Although Aldana presents some threats there as well. Let's look at the stats on this one. The Lioness coming in at 22-5. Aldana coming in at 14-6. Aldana's riding 2 wins coming into this one. Most recently defeated Macy Chasson 8 months ago. Nunes last fought 9 months ago, winning the rematch against Juliana Pena. They are the same age at 35 years old. It's do or die for Aldana at this stage. She wants to be a champ. She might not get another chance after this. So it's do or die for her. For Nunes, it's a matter of, how long does she want to stay here. Aldana slightly taller at 5'9", 175 centimeters to 5'8", 173 centimeters for Nunes. Reach is virtually identical. So like I said, both are serious threats on the feet. Nunes has legit knockout power. So does Aldana. I think Nunes is better at delivering that power on the feet. Over the course of a fight. But we've seen her gas plenty of times as well. And when she gasses, she resorts to wrestling. Aldana, you don't really see her gas out. You really don't. Good boxing for Aldana. She trains at Lobo Gym, trains with Alexa Grasso, has since the beginning. If I were Aldana, I'd have been studying the 2 fights Nunes had with Pena. That slip jab, one of the simplest things you can learn. And Pena was making it work against Nunes really well in both fights. So if I were Aldana, I'd have been studying that and learning that slip jab. For Nunes, I'd say she wants to get inside against Aldana. The height's almost identical and the reach is there, but Aldana fights better at range than Nunes does. Nunes does really good in that boxing range, whereas Aldana does really well at a little bit farther out with the more kickboxing style range. On the ground, Nunes pretty dominant with her wrestling. Aldana's ground game a little bit underrated, but she tends to stay on her back a little bit more than I would prefer. But she can be dangerous on the ground too, and she can be dangerous off her back. She literally landed a hook kick to the liver of Macy Chasson, which never seen that before. So that shows just how dangerous she can be. I'm going out on a limb here. I'm taking Aldana. Here's the X factor. I think Nunes is ready to go as a fighter. She said there was no way she was going to retire and let Pena take the belt. But now she's not facing Pena anymore. She's facing Aldana. And I don't think she would have a problem with Aldana being the champ. She doesn't like Pena. But Nunes and Aldana seem to respect each other. And it just seems like everybody that sees Nunes and talks to her just seems like, she's satisfied, she's happy, she's content. And it seems like she might have one foot out the door. I don't know. And maybe that'll play a factor in the fight. Maybe it won't. But that is something to think about. As for me, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm taking Aldana. Win or lose, I'm supporting her. I think she definitely has what it takes to beat Nunes. I think a lot of people are underestimating her. So I'm going to go with Irene Aldana to win this one and become the new Bantamweight champion. So those are my thoughts. UFC 289 goes down in a few hours from the time of this recording. No pick in the strawweight bout. I'm taking Maverick in the flyweight bout and Irene Aldana in the main event. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like the vid, please hit that thumbs up. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to Wmma Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.